Well, hi there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on this 11th day of January 2024. Thank you for your valuable company. You are watching EBN Prime Edition. We are coming to you live from Achili, Nairobi, Kenya's capital. It is 9 p.m. East African time. We've got quite a bit in store for you. Let's take a look at stories making headlines tonight.
Yeah, we can score good grades, but not each and every parent is able to pay school fees for their children.
Stories of plea and pain as students from needy backgrounds decry lack of funding for Form 1 school fees. Battle of Law Society of Kenya slots as candidates throw their candidature into the ring for Lsk president. President William Ruto commissions a host of development projects in Nyandarua County. Well, you can watch us across our social media platforms on EBN TV, and your feedback is highly welcomed. Our SMS line is 23059. Also watch us from our website at www.ebntv.co.ke. I'm the captain of this ship tonight. I'm Cynthia Nanjala. EBN Prime Edition kicks off right now. Now, with 1 day left for elections of those seeking leadership in the Bar Association in the Law Society of Kenya, more lawyers have come forward to submit their nomination papers. The Bar Association in the country is expected to hold elections next month and choose other leaders who will lead the association. Some of the emerging issues in the party are the presence of fake lawyers and also the division between young and experienced lawyers, and issues of having courage to hold the government accountable when it appears that it is not following the constitution. Lawyer Shadrach Wamboi, who seeks to represent lawyers in Nairobi County, has already presented his papers. Those fighting for the party's presidential seat are lawyer Peter Wanyama, Bernard Ngetich, Caroline Kamende, and Eric Theuri's deputy Faith Odhiambo, who seem to want to take the presidential seat.
Council member hajakuwa rais wa LSK kwa sababu wale waliokuwa pale wote wamefeli. Kwa hivyo tunamleta Peter Wanyama ambaye tuna imani kwamba ataweza kuleta mabadiliko mapya katika jinsi LSK inavyoendeleshwa.
Significant not only to lawyers in this country but to everyone, every citizen of this country. The reason we say so is because the person who occupies the seat of the president of the Law Society of Kenya plays a major role in what happens in this country and in terms of the administration of the rule of law in this entire country. So it is not only about lawyers. We are actually going to vote as we also listen to the voices of the monarchy. In our view, and most lawyers have already made this decision, that this is the day that when you read the Bible, you will know the role of Peter. It is very significant in the Bible. It is a role that we need at this significant time in terms of our country, the politics of our country, and the challenges of our country.
The elections will start, will be conducted next month, and our candidature is based on uplifting Kenyans. Remember that law plays a central role to our society. Without a functioning rule of law system, then we have a problem. So today morning, I want to say that when we talk about the leadership of the Law Society of Kenya, we will change the way governance is done, it's handled in this country. We will be sending a message to the president to start with.
President William Ruto today intensified his planned countrywide tours with a visit to Nyandarua County in the Mount Kenya region. A series of development projects, which includes the commissioning of the Olkalau Water and Sewerage Project in Olkalau constituency, were lined up for him, and he also laid the foundation stone for the construction of the affordable housing in Olkalau town. Former Lands Cabinet Secretary Zachary Njeru presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the houses in the constituency. in September of 2023. The first phase of the project will see the construction of 400 houses, starting with an initial 10 units at a cost of 250 million shillings and is set to be completed in 1 year.
Sasa hii kazi ya mjengo mnataka iendelee ama ikwame? Siendelee? Wakupata kazi apate kazi? Hiyo ndio maneno mimi nimekujia hii dunia. Nataka kusikia sauti yenu. Hii kazi mnataka iendelee ama mnataka ikwame? Wale wanasema kazi iendelee nione. Si ndio? Na kazi ingine yote nimekubaliana na huyu Kiarao. Pia katika huyu MP wetu Kiarao nimekubaliana na yeye. Tumebadilisha sheria ya CDF. Mimi nimeshaweka kidole hiyo sheria imebadilishwa. Ya kwamba hata hapa Olkalau na kila constituency Kenya tunajenga ICT hub in every ward hapa Olkalau na Kenya. Ili vijana hawa huyu mheshimiwa atajenga nyumba ya computer, mimi nitaleta computers. Tayari mimi tumenegotiate na watu wa Marekani, watu wa Ujerumani, watu wa Canada, watu wa UAE, watu wa Saudia, watu wa dunia mzima kule Ufaransa, ya kwamba watatupatia nafasi ya ajira katika mitandao inaitwa digital jobs. Kazi utafanya ukiwa hapa Olkalau, lakini unafanya company iko Marekani. Kazi yako ni kufinya kompyuta hapa. Nyinyi mtashindwa kufinya kompyuta hapa nyumbani? Kufinya tu kompyuta itaweza kukushinda? Sijui kama tunaelewana. Muko tayari? Muko tayari? Sasa wewe Kiarao maliza ICT hub, mimi nilete kompyuta, aba watu waingie kazi. Nyinyi muko tayari? Tupangane namna hiyo. So mimi nimekujia leo mambo ya maji. Nimekujia pia mambo ya housing. Mimi nimetangazia mambo ya ICT jobs. Kila mtu ajipange na tupeleke Kenya mbele. Mimi nawashukuru sana nyinyi watu wa Nyandarua, nyinyi ni watu wa maana kwa sababu mnalisha Kenya na mnalisha Nairobi. Ile chakula yote inakuliwa Nairobi inatoka Nyandarua. Si ndio? Na ndio sababu hatua yetu ya kwanza tulisema wacha tupunguze gharama ya mbolea kwanza. Ndio tusaidie wakulima watuzalishie chakula ili tuondoe njaa.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has rubbished recent opinion polls that ranked President William Ruto's time in office at a grade D plane. While accompanying the head of state to Nyandarua, Gachagua has insisted that the government is working and will not be stopped by opinion polls. The second in command insists the government inherited empty coffers and a dilapidated economy. He has also urged the opposition to keep off the government's business.
Juzi walikuwa wameandika opinion poll ati watu ya Nyandarua ati hamtaki Rais William Ruto. Ni uongo. Walikuja hapa kuuliza nyinyi maswali. Unajua hawa watu ya Infotrak wamefanya Raila rais mara 5. Kila wakati wanaandika atashinda anaanguka. Kila wakati wanaandika atashinda anafanya nini? Sasa walikuwa wanafikiria ati wakiandika ati wanaweza changanya sisi. Sisi tumewaambia watu ya hapa Nyandarua tunasoma barua ikiwa kwa bahasha. Tumamaka meke. Nyinyi muko na huyu rais wetu. Kazi yanaendelea iendelee. Rais wetu tunataka kukuhakikishia. Wewe panga kazi yako. Wenye kukuchagua ni hawa. Na hawa wanajua uko na mpango. Na wanakuvumilia. Sini pole pole. Unajua rais amekuta Kenya imefilisika. Na mimi nilisema pale Kasarani wakasema mimi ni mjeuri. Nikasema tumekuta store hata panya ametoroka hakuna kitu ya kukula. Sasa huyu rais ameanza chodo mpya na ameanza kupanga Kenya pole pole vile Mwai Kibaki alipanga. Sasa mmeona barabara ndio hii. Sisi nataka kuambia hii watu ya Azimio. Tumesikia juzi hii mtu ya hapa ya sufuria kichwa ya hapa Ndaragwa anaitwa nani? Ile mtu alipotea. Ati akisema ati watakuja hapa kushindana na rais. Sisi naambia nyinyi mshindane na rais kwa social media. Mshindane na yeye kwa magazeti na opinion poll. Rais anangoja nyinyi hapa kwa ground. Si hapa ndio ground. Hapa ndio maneno naamriwa.
Halima Nyakuti Abdallah and Nuru Acheng Lupesia, who scored 383 and 245 marks respectively from Ruai Primary School, are stuck to join their Form 1 education, for parents are not able to cater for the education. The mother, Evelyn Akinyi, who is a saloonist, cannot afford to take them to the next level as the father relocated to his rural home due to financial constraints. Halima, who was called to join Oletipis Girls in Narok with the 383 marks, needs over 50,000 shillings. And Achieng, on the other hand, who is set to join St. Mary's Secondary Kiamoria in Gatundu South, needs over 40,000 shillings to join high school, as they urged Kenyans of goodwill to help them pursue their secondary education.
Pita tulifanya mtihani wetu wa KCPE. Pia nilipata alama 383 marks, lakini kwa sababu ya uwezo wa wazazi wangu sitaweza kuenda shule wiki ijayo. Nimeitwa shule ya Oletipis Girls Secondary School. Shida ni pesa ya kutupeleka kidato cha kwanza, na hiyo pesa ni above 50,000. Nilisomea shule ya Ruai Primary School na nimeitwa shule ya Oletipis Girls Secondary School. Shida ni kwamba wazazi wangu hawawezi kutukimu mahitaji yetu ya kidato cha kwanza tukiwa hapa na dada yangu. Baba yangu alirudi mashambani kwa sababu hakuwa na pesa. Nikapata alama 245. Naomba nyinyi wahisani muweze kutusaidia ili tuweze kuendelea na masomo yetu. Cha muhimu ni kwamba muweze kutulipia karo ya shule na pia hizo vitu ambazo zinahitajika.
Usaidizi wenyu munisaidie nipeleke hao watoto wangu shule ili wascore their dreams. Mapata yangu ni ya chini kidogo, siwezi nika afford school fees yao. Najishughulika na kutengeneza wamama nywele, which saa hii iko chini zaidi. Whatever I'm getting is just for hand and mouth.
Still on the education, the rising number of needy students in need of school fees in Naivasha has been blamed on the high number of unsettled IDPs in the lakeside town. The situation has been worsened by the rising number of informal settlements that are home to hundreds of poorly paid workers. This came as Naivasha Member of Parliament Jane Kihara admitted that failure by the Treasury to release funds to the NGCDF had affected tens of students seeking bursaries to join secondary schools.
Have been given a 4-year scholarship as a relief for us, as leaders, as parents, and even for themselves. So this is where we are. 1,015 were interviewed, but the shortlisted 274. What we have here is 115. Those have been now given full scholarship to secondary school for 4 years. What we are doing is we usually have a vetting process. So we have continued vetting. It is a challenge, yes, because most parents with these economic times, hard economic times, they don't know what will happen. So we sympathize, but we are also telling them, let's do what we should do as an office, get ready so that when the money is released, we just disburse. Yes, we got a lot of IDPs from 2007, so they are still trying to settle down. We have got informal settlements, more than 4. We have Maimayo, we have Kabat, we have Midori, we have Kihoto, we have Kamere, all those. So it's a very needy constituency and also very huge. So this relief for us as an office by the government is most welcome. It's being released, like we know there is some little money, I think 10 billion that was released yesterday. And we were told by the end of this week you should be receiving at least the bursary kit.
Elsewhere, more than 239 students who are unable to pay fees from Uasin Gishu County who join secondary schools will benefit from tuition fees from the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation. Speaking at the launch of the program in the county, Tarbo, Member of Parliament Janet CTNA, said that the support will be beneficial to the residents of Insingo while they continue to wait for it to be distributed with the CDF money that will help parents who are unable to support themselves.
I want to call upon any other sponsorship or foundation to be able to touch those who are left behind, because out of the 2543, those were the ones that were identified as very vulnerable. But because there was a small number of 239 slots, the rest had to be left. There was a delay, but as we speak now, funds have been released and we are busy on the ground distributing bursaries within the constituencies. And we also want to thank God because even the county government, through the MCS, are busy on the ground distributing bursaries. So many of them will benefit, but you know there are those vulnerable who cannot afford the whole package of school fees, like what these ones have benefited today.
We are taking care of everything for the students, starting from the uniform, starting from the upkeep of the children, and at the same time also the transport for the children as they come out of school and they come back. I also wanted to say something that is on the people, the marginalized in our community. We have the marginalized group, that is the Sengwer, and also we have the Okiek, and we also have the Ndorobos. The cut mark for the rest, the 9,000, the cut mark was 280. The reason why I was saying it is real bottom up. And for the marginalized, our cut mark was 240. That is for the refugee camp and the marginalized community. For the Senkwer, the boys, that is the marginalized, the boys, we are given a very big opportunity. The boys were, the cut mark was 240, and for the girls, the cut mark was 250.
Yeah, we can score good grades, but not each and every parent is able to pay school fees for their children to fulfill their dreams. But through the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation and the Elimu Scholarship, together with the President and the Minister of Education, they have helped us, and I'm sure and I hope they are going to help more children like us.
So I take this opportunity to flag off our 239 FJ.
Well, a court has issued an arrest warrant for 10 security guards of the Kettle Entertainment Joint who did not appear in court to answer to charges. Now, the 10 are among the 20 security guards arrested along the manager of the entertainment area after an incident on Friday where journalists and police officers were attacked during the Nakada operation against Shisha. The security authorities, on the other hand, have given a period of 1 month for all private security guards to register to receive training and licenses. Otherwise, they will be arrested.
So for the first to the 10th accused, they'll be released on a bond of 100,000 shillings, which warrant is same amount, or an alternative of cash bill of 30,000 shillings each, with 2 contact persons each. For the 12th accused person, Sospita, is released on a cash bill of 10,000 shillings with 2 contact persons. This case is allocated to court number 11.
Security by its very nature is mutative. Now we are dealing with issues around terrorism, issues around bioterror, issues around chemical warfare. How are you still using your body to counter these security challenges? You must get knowledge. It's not about taking protein supplements. You must get knowledge. You must, and you will sit for an exam. It's not an advisory. This is a straightforward warning that comply with the law. And it is a decisive step towards fostering a safer and more secure environment in our entertainment venues, recreational facilities, and sporting establishment. The consequences of non-compliance will be severe.
Embu County Governor Cecily Mbarire has stated the county cannot meet the demands put forward by the striking Embu County doctors under the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union due to lack of funds. While speaking in Embu Level 5 Hospital on Wednesday, Mbarire urged doctors who downed their tools at midnight to resume their duties as they engage in talks to find solutions for their grievances. She said the county budget has been trying to settle the former debts they had inherited from the previous regime and thus cannot meet their current demands.
Then there's none release for doctors for study leave. In a cabinet meeting of 27th February 2023, we noted that we had 22 doctors on study leave, and this was highly affecting service delivery. And I think it's important to point that when doctors go on study leave, they don't go for a year or two. They normally go for anything between 3 years to 5 years. So when you have 22 going all at once, it dents service delivery in a very big way. And so we agreed that at no time should we have more than 10% of the staff going out on study leave, and so that we do not affect service delivery. And so we decided to pay any further study leaves until we have a sufficient number of the 22 come back, and then we can begin to release others to go out. And that is our position as of today. And we hope that we are able to sort that. As of today, 9 doctors are on study leave, and so we will be able to start to release others to go on study leave once we are satisfied with the numbers that are there and working.
Clement Kiarie, the driver of an ill-fated bus that was involved in an accident at Twin Bridge area on Tuesday, January 7th, has been charged. Kiarie, who is also known for his name Taylor, appeared before Model Principal Magistrate Daisy Mose on Thursday, and Kiarie was charged with 15 counts of causing death, 1 count of contravening the use of insurance, 1 charge of reckless driving, and 1 other charge of carrying 41 uninsured passengers. He denied the charges and was released on a 1 million shillings bond. On Tuesday, a PSV bus that Kiarie was driving was involved in a road accident that claimed 15 lives at the Twin Bridge area on the Nakuru-Eldoret Highway. He was arrested on Wednesday and detained at the Mau Summit Police Station. The matter will be mentioned on January 29, 2024. Protests over deplorable state of Baricho Kagumo Road, which has delayed completion and contractor has moved the machinery from the project. Residents of Gitwamba in Ndia constituency held morning protests over the state of the Baricho Kagumo roads. Now the residents barricaded the road to express their displeasure over the project, which has affected transport in the area, as they hope the area will benefit with completion of tarmacking of the road. The irate residents used stones to block the road, and police officers had a rough time trying to calm the residents, as the area chief assured them that the project will commence.
Ngojea kwanza muelezewe, muulize muelezewe, ye mkijua kama iko kitu ya haki mfuate. Hivyo ndivyo namwambia, na tusikilizaneni nyinyi watu. Tusikilizaneni, maandamano Yesu ni haki yetu, lakini pia kuna njia ya kufuatilia sasa ile watu wanataka kufanya maandamano. Kuna njia. Sisi kama mmefuata.
Shida yetu asubuhi ya leo ni vile contractor mwenye alikuwa anatengeneza hii barabara alitoroka. Na hatujui kwa nini alitoroka. Tuliamka tukakuta matrakta yote imeenda, magari hakuna, lori za maji hakuna, na vile vumbi imejaa huku. Tukaona hai, afadhali serikali tutetee. Njuu hii barabara ilikuwa inatengenezwa na tayari wameacha na wameenda.
Mlijuaje ametoka hapa kwa hii site akaenda pale pengine?
Site inatengenezwa, unakuta tractors, unakuta watu wa kazi, unakuta lori ya maji, na ukiangalia kwa hii barabara hakuna hata mmoja unaona. Kwa hivyo ni kweli hakuna. Washaenda. Sisi tunataka tutetewe. Contractor arundi atumalizie barabara.
Makontrakta wanakuja wanagusa barabara alafu wanaachana nayo.
Sasa tunashindwa kani serikali ni pesa zimekuliwa ama nini, hatujui hivyo.
Na shida yetu na hii barabara ni kwamba hawa contractors wamekuja kwa muda, wanakuja wanaenda, wanakuja wanaenda. Tuko na wanafunzi tunaendelea huku juu. Sasa hivi wengine wa leo wamekuja mguu. Contractor akikuja na wakaweka hii mawe anaenda. Sisi ni wakulima wa kahawa. Bei ya kupandisha kahawa kutoka hapa kwenda Ketuya ni 200 kwa dudu. Tunauliza, tulichaguana. Tunawekewa mawe inaacha, tunawekewa mawe inaacha. Afadhali wenye ilikuwa na maramu, angalau tungekuwa tunajipelekea kwa mguu tunarudi. Lakini kwa sasa hii mawe tunaachiwa mawe wanarudi. Tunaachiwa mawe wanarudi. Si tulichaguana. Maturakta zilikuwa hapa, sasa zimehamishwa zimepelekwa barabara nyingine.
Now, from the sports desk, Liverpool came from behind to beat Fulham 2-1 in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, thanks to 2 goals in 3 second-half minutes from Curtis